In this video, we're going to look at how you go about sharing your documents with others using the Google Docs format. As always, the first thing to do is to navigate to Google Docs. And again, my suggestion is to use your Bishop Mail inbox, which has the little navigation breadcrumbs to get you to the various parts of Google Apps. So we're going to go up here to the upper left-hand corner and click on Documents, which again is going to open our entire list of documents because that's the last view that I was on. And I'm going to pick one of these documents that I'm going to want to share with someone else. Let's do this Google Apps Forms documents. No, actually, let's do sample because it's not shared. So we're going to put a check mark in the box in front of sample. And we're going to go up here to the toolbar across the top. Notice that there are other things you can do besides sharing. You can move this document into a folder that you have created, which we'll look at in a later video. You can simply delete the entire document. If you are the owner of the document, if someone has shared a document with you, you aren't necessarily going to be able to delete that document. You can rename the document, give it a different name. So instead of sample, I can call it training doc. Or more actions that I can do. I can put a star in front of it so that it stands out for me. I can change the owner. I can give up ownership of this document that I created. I can export the document, which means I can take it out of Google Docs and let's see what I can do with it. I can change it to a Microsoft Word document. I can change it to a PDF. I can change it to an open office document. I can change it to a rich text or a plain text format. So there are opportunities to take your Google Doc and to turn it into a Microsoft Word document. The one that we're going to look at, because the video that we're working with right now is the sharing video, is this button that says share. So if I click on the little arrow next to share, I get 3 different possibilities of things I can do. When you're sharing a document, the best place to go is to just go to sharing settings. And that's going to open up a new window. And this window tells me who currently has access to this document. Right now, I'm the owner. It's got my name here. It tells me that it's me. And it tells me that currently this document is private. Only people listed below can access. Now, there are 2 different ways to share a document, as far as you can share it with a large group of people, or you can just share it with a few people. My suggestion at this point, because this is what I know is going to work for you, is to share it with individual people. So when you're sharing it with individual people, you go down to the bottom here where it says add people. Notice how it says enter names, email addresses, or groups. If I click here, it's going to open up a little bit larger box there, and I'm going to start typing the name of a person just like I would if I were sending them an email. When I start typing, it brings up that drop-down menu of people whose names start with or have the letter in them. I'm going to choose Mike here, and I can do a few different people. I can put as many people in there as I want. Now over here on the left-hand side, or on the right-hand side, you'll notice it says can edit. We're going to just leave that as is for now. In a minute, I'm going to show you how you can change that. What we're going to do here is we're going to type a message, because what's going to happen is the people whose addresses you put in the box up above here are going to get an email saying that you've shared this document with them. So I'm going to type a little message telling both Mike and Ryan that this is a test for training purposes. And you can ignore it. so that they don't open it up and think, oh my gosh, what does she want me to do with this? So I type them a message, and then I have some options down below here. I can send a copy to myself. If I'm one of those people that's worried about, did the email go through? What did the email look like? I can put a check in front of this box. If I check here, the actual document will get entered into the email as information. You know, when sometimes you get those emails and the picture is right there in the email. This is the same kind of idea. The whole document would appear right in the email. It wouldn't be where they have to click something to go to the document. And the default, obviously, is to send an email notification, and that's what's recommended. So we're going to leave the default, and then I'm going to click on Share. Okay, I'm sharing it. So right now, Mike and Ryan have both gotten an email that says that I have shared a document with them in Google Docs. Now suppose after I send the email, I decide, ooh, I don't really want Ryan to be able to make changes. I just want him to be able to look at it. I can click on this little box to the right of his name on the arrow, and I can change him to the owner. I can leave him as an editor, or I can make him a can view only. I can do the same thing with Mike. I can also delete them from here if I choose to. They still get the email, but they won't be able to do anything with it. So you have made changes that you need to save. We're going to say Save Changes. And then we're going to say Close. And now this document has been shared with, according to my sharing information here, one collaborator, that would be Mike, the person who I allowed to continue to edit the document, and one viewer, which is Ryan, who can only look at it. That's how you share a document in Google Docs.